Hey guys, Sarah with Modoma here, back with Kim, and today we are going to be covering an awesome, very hot topic, and that's intermittent fasting. So before we get started, you can go to modomamassage.com to get started with your introductory massage package. But until then, what do you have for us today?
So today's topic I wanted to go over is intermittent fasting.
Sweet.
So hashtag new year, new me. Everyone's trying to do a diet. Everyone's trying to get back in. I think based on our December, we talked about your health is your wealth, that sort of thing. So this is kind of, intermittent fasting actually has multiple benefits, okay? And so if for those who aren't familiar with intermittent fasting, it's basically an umbrella term to kind of encompass different ways for you to kind of modulate your eating schedule, okay? Overall, there are lots of known benefits, including clinical, spiritual, really, and intellectuals use intermittent fasting too. So people like Benjamin Franklin and Gandhi actually really believed in fasting as a way to kind of restore your overall health and clarity of your mind. You know, Christianity, Islam, those other religions, they also believe in fasting as a way to do this. And so I'm coming from the clinical perspective, okay? And so basically the word breakfast means break your fast, okay? The idea of fasting basically kind of looks at how our body manages the energy that we have stored already. So when we eat, we increase insulin, and that basically stores sugar and produces fat in our liver. When you do fasting, you actually burn the stored fat and sugar in our liver. So what that does, it actually decreases the insulin production. So that will help with things like trying to manage your blood pressure, manage blood sugars. This is a good option for patients who have diabetes, high cholesterol, things like that. Lots of patients that we do actually see. And there are different ways of doing intermittent fasting. Yeah. So kind of the basic one is what is called a 16 and 8 fast. So that pretty much has you fasting for 16 hours and you have an eating window of 8 hours, okay? And then within that time frame, you are eating the same, really. You can eat 2 to 3 meals within the 8-hour period, but you just be sure that you're not eating anything past the time that you have designated. So a common one is like 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So patients will stop eating after 8 p.m. and then they resume eating at 12 p.m. Okay? So that's kind of the thought process around there. And in that time, because you are not eating, your body is actually using the fat that is already stored in the body as a form of energy and a form of being able to have your body continue to function, basically. In the fasting window, things like liquids that don't have any calories, like black coffee, tea, water, those are usually things that you can drink during your fast. But there's different things that are out there, and I would ask you to do your research, because there is quite a bit of research out there about how to fast in different ways. Some patients will even do 24-hour fasts. Or if you want to ease your way into it, doing kind of every other day, just so you can kind of start getting used to doing this.
Okay.
Overall, though, this has been found to kind of have a lot of clinical benefits in terms of the chronic illnesses that we have. So like I said, diabetes, high blood pressure, things like that. Those are good candidates for patients wanting to look into intermittent fasting. Hazards, though, because there are some, so I do say diabetes patients would be good candidates for this. However, because your body already doesn't produce insulin or utilize insulin in the correct way, it's really important for you to kind of make a plan of action if you do want to do intermittent fasting, to make sure that your blood sugars don't have the highs and the lows, so that you're safe while you're doing this type of diet. So things like low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, those are kind of things that are very much a reality for those type of patients trying to do this type of diet. But once you kind of find the sweet level that your doctor would want you to do, then we found lots of benefits for patients, especially type 2 diabetics, to do this kind of fasting. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's awesome. Okay, so my question is, I know you said diabetics. Is there anyone else that this might not be a good idea for?
Patients high cardiac patients may want to speak with their, like high risk cardiac patients may want to speak with their providers also. Anyone who is taking medication on a regular basis would want to talk with their provider before doing something like this, because a lot of medications that we take, you need to eat for it, okay? So we don't want you to do anything that is going to keep you from taking your medications as prescribed. So this is where you really need to kind of have a plan of action and how to achieve this type of diet, if it's even a good, option for you. So I would definitely say patients who are on long-term type of medications that need to eat while on those medications would also be ones that want to talk to their practitioners.
And what about like specific foods? Like, are there any specific foods that you want to eat or even stay away from during this time? I mean, the obvious ones like sodas and candy and stuff like that.
Right.
But is there anything particular that you would want to eat?
Well, the beauty of intermittent fasting is it kind of allows you the opportunity to maintain the same diet that you're already on. So it's not super restrictive. Now, you may want to look at eating higher protein if you don't have like kidney.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
If you don't have any sort of kidney dysfunction, things like that, those are good options for you, because high protein diets kind of help to sustain the hunger while also allows your body to kind of burn fat without so like carbohydrates are simple sugars, simple energy, whereas protein kind of utilizes more of the fat stores to kind of help with those sort of things. So a high protein diet is always good. Heart healthy things that are like your nuts, your fish, anything like high in your omega oils, things like that. Those are good options for you. Obviously, you want to always try to eat a healthy diet, so fresh fruits, vegetables, things like that. But the beauty of intermittent fasting is that you can kind of ease your way into that healthy lifestyle eating, because what you're going to find when you are kind of during your fast, you may be hungry for the first 1 to 2 days, but afterwards that hunger is actually going to diminish, and it's actually going to be a little bit easier for you to kind of control your hunger while you are on your fast.
Okay.
So
awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you. You can get these and other wonderful tips when you visit modomamassage.com. We'll get you started with your introductory massage package, and we would love to help you every step of the way with your health journey. Thank you so much. You'll have a wonderful day.
Bye.